Hello everybody, welcome to our Let's Play series. It's not a Let's Play, it's a stream. It will become a Let's Play, but it is a stream right now. Harry, how's it going? Welcome. Let me check the time. 12? It is not, it is 10. I mean, for you it is 12. A Wednesday night, and is it Wednesday? It's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. And Colonel RPG will start ranting and rambling while failing miserably when it comes to pop culture. Oof. Big Red Skiver, welcome to the stream. So I guess it's time to pop a beer and enjoy. Well, hopefully you will enjoy. The beer is up to you. It is up to you. Welcome on in, everybody. I don't remember what I was doing the last stream, because I was editing 4 streams back. I was actually doing it before, oh well, an hour ago. I was doing some editing, and there's Cazadors in the distance. We were going to take Rex, that's right. Rex, there's Cazadors in the distance. My dehydration level has increased, yes. Not having Eddie with me really makes it difficult. I think I punched Eddie or Rex. Oh no. Oh my god, my head is crippled. I mean, these things are really good. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Eddie, come here. You have all the doctor's bags. No, I hate that sound as well. Let me fix my head. Go into status. There we go. And we're just gonna have to contend with the damage, because this place, well, this place for sure, but this damage is outrageous. Is definitely outrageous. What is that over there? We got some interesting soundtracks right now. Mixture of Fallout 2 soundtrack and new soundtrack. These pipes are Fallout 2. And this is Fallout 3. Another abandoned farmstead, I would say. Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch. It's a lovely place because it doesn't have Cazadors. It does have tumbleweed back there, so good for it, because that's in the name. And I think we can go inside. There's nobody here. Rex is very approving of that. There is tumbleweed inside. Let me turn the light on. And we got a ham radio that is not tuned into anything, as you'd expect, because the ham radios are not actually used for communication in this game or anything. It'd be kind of cool if one of these houses were like haunted or something, because ghosts are a thing in Fallout, and we could just have them, and just make a sort of like Vampire Bloodlines hotel. What is it called? California Hotel? I actually don't know what the name of the hotel is in Vampire Bloodlines, but like, exploring stuff like this would be super creepy. Also because, you know, it's the life of people. There's old food around. Bottle caps. And a Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. Those are very important. We're almost done with that. Soon we'll be able to go back and give Festus the what for. I'm not sure that's not what we're gonna do. That implies that we're gonna punch Festus. We might punch Festus. I don't know, but no, we're gonna give him the Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps, not the what for. Man, there's tumbleweed everywhere. I've discovered that Eddie Joker. The Eddie Joker relationship from Mass Effect, from her being an AI that gets a body, to the funny dialogue lines are inspired from a 2000s TV series called Andromeda. Also, Eddie and Andromeda AI, Romy, look alike. I have not seen Andromeda. I have never heard of Andromeda as well. You mean Joker... Isn't that the pilot in Mass Effect? The one that basically is not part of any quest line apart from the beginning? Because he's just off on the side of a ship and nobody pays attention to him. I don't pay attention to him. Lying congressional style. This is very good. We are making good strides in regards to our speech skill, but I think 86. That's lovely. So we might only need, well, at 86 we don't need the magazines. No, we still do. Yeah, we still do, but we don't. The thing with speech checks is that if there's a perk, just because you can make 100 speech check doesn't mean that you have the benefits of having 100 speech, because you know the perks require actual actual skill levels, not just made up skill levels. Oof. So there's just a little place back here, and the road. And the road what? Go to the pen. I saw something in a pen, didn't I? Next to Rancho, thank you. 5 seasons TV series about a Commonwealth starship that ends up 300 years in the future, based on the unfinished work of Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. Oh, I've heard of it. What is this? That's what I saw. But you said specifically the pen, where there is a bunch of tumbleweed.
You want to buy Wind Brahmin?
Where'd you come from?
Right here. Where did you come from?
Fair question. Wind Brahmin, you mean the tumbleweeds?
What?
Oh, you're crazy, aren't you?
Crazy with low prices on Wind Brahmin. You buy one.
How much?
All.
All of my caps?
They are very good, Wind Brahmin. All caps.
No.
You not buy, then you die.
Well, I guess that's fair.
I see you, human.
Human! Haha! My power attacks are super slow. I punched Eddie just then. Sorry, Eddie. No, sorry, you're not Eddie. You're Rex. Sorry, Rex, for the punch and calling you the wrong name. And we got a stealth boy. That's pretty awesome. And also a rebar club that requires 9 strength. I could use that if I wanted to. Alright. Wind Brahmin. Also a dead person. With the sledgehammer. Yeah, that wasn't gonna end well for you, was it? Anyway. That was... I did not know that was there. It's not a good series, low budget, cheesy, and has a lot of... If it's cheesy. I don't like cheesy stuff. I like cheesy... sandwiches. That's the word. Plot holes as big as Saturn. It's fun. The actors did enjoy themselves, and it makes it good to watch. If you go east next to that cliff, you find aliens. Well, we're not going... We're going west right now. We have a big crater over here. Bad water? Yes. Very bad water. Not that I couldn't go in there. I could. But I don't want to. I will go east from here then, if it's specifically Wild Wasteland. The thing is, Oh, well, let's find out. It's for the best. I would like to have drank that water though, because I am thirsty at the moment. And we're going to Jacobstown, by the way. That's what we're doing today, at least at the beginning. There's something back here, isn't there? Nah, let's not say it like that. What is this? More of these little dried out cactuses. I think this is the edge of the map, basically. We didn't explore all that much. There's a big road. I mean, we explored all those bits down there. But there's a big road that sort of separates the Vegas area, I suppose, from the rest of the wasteland. But this just keeps going. Scientists? No. No, those are not. No, okay. Okay. They're alien captains. Well, one of them is. Rex has died, so the quest, you're dead. It's all the punches that I gave.
That's enough of that.
It is for now. Rex. Oh, you doofus. Okay, let's do this again. E.T. Phone Home. Is that the name they give it? What is floating out there? It's just the terrains. Man, Rex really goes in. Rex, you're useless. You're absolutely useless. I didn't know who I know who E.T. is. That's not the point. Is this the reference? I think there's a mine about to blow up. Let's take a super stim pack. It didn't blow up, did it? Oh, that guy's off. Look at his hands. Oh, Eddie. You idiot. Aru! Huh? What do you mean? Are you saying I... What? Do you smell an ambush? Is it going to rain? Did someone fall into a well? What? I was joking. I was just like trying to make sure that he was okay. When you don't need to do that in the game, you know what I mean? Okay, let's check that well, boy. Veronica, you're not gonna complain about being injured again, are you? Yeah, it's Wild Wasteland. I figured it was. We got a tri-beam laser rifle. I'm gonna take. I know in the first Wild Wasteland area that we visited, we didn't take the loot, because it was very expensive for the time. Hiccup. Alien blaster. We got an actual alien blaster. But I think this game has alien blasters either way. Or maybe it's only in the expansion. I don't know. An alien blaster is one of the most powerful weapons in Fallout. Specifically in Fallout 2, rather. And I'm not sure. Do you find those? Do you find that in Fallout 1 as well? I think you do. I think you do find that in Fallout 1 as well. I'm not sure. Either way, there was a location added to my map because Aru for the Republic. Yeah, let's shut up. Because Aru, now we have an omelet. But, wait, where? Red Rock Canyon. No, that's the DLC area. This is Vault 3. That's for, that's where the fiends are. I don't know what to say. I really don't know. In Fallout 2 only, okay. Golhassi, yeah. It's just a nod to 50 sci-fi movies. Let me double check that. It's The Well. It's the next side of the map. It's the only one, and it has unique ammo that you can't craft or buy. Should be very close by. It should. It should. Welcome to the stream as well, by the way, Back Awful. That thing is floating. Their ship is floating. Veronica, my god. My god. Oh, it's a laser pistol. I didn't need that. Because it sucks. Right? Yeah. That thing floating over there, that is not a UFO. That is just the level, distant level of the tail. Having a lot of trouble in my game, apparently. Kind of wanted to go over there, and I can go over there. Just, you know, gonna cheat. Because I want to see that up close. It isn't. The well is next to the house that the guy was warning you about boomers. Oh yeah, I know where it is. It is on the other side of the map. We can do that. It is flying. Why did they make it fly? It's the same, it's really cool. It's the same model as the one that we find crashed on, somewhere. I don't remember where it is, but it's the same model. We find an alien, a crashed spaceship somewhere, I don't remember. And that's it. That's the one. Oh, that's the thing you were talking about, Harry. I thought you were talking about that thing down there. You see that? So I think I've been everywhere. That one is easy to check. Well, I haven't been there, so let's check. Even though this bit of the mountain here, I mean, it's a lovely day to explore. Let's be clear, but this bit of the mountain here seems pretty unique. So that house cannot be entered. That house. We got some dead cows over here. Just a lot of dead cows. And some skulls. Well, I guess I know whose skulls those are. The people who killed the cows. That's who they are. Okay, you guys go around because you can't jump. I was checking to see... Oh, there's just coyotes. Okay. Man, my power... Oh my god, Veronica! She didn't die. Yeah, yeah, I just... Yeah, I know. Now, there's something here. Whoa, the weather is changing. Or something. Is it water? No. It's something else. That sand is overexposed, yeah, because the aliens stole the cows to probe them. It's fair. Yeah, this power fist is really taking a beating, is what I was gonna say. It's not a power fist though, so I was just trying to say the right thing. What is this? This is right next to Vegas. It might be another entrance. Oh, it's the entrance to the west side that we never found. I mean, we found the west side, we just didn't find the entrance. Good afternoon. Look at you and your power... not power armor, but metal armor.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Yeah. You can't see it from here, though. Hey. Where's the trader? Are you the... Oh.
Hey there. Need anything?
Yeah, the wares.
Sure.
Yeah. 8,200. My god, these guys have so much money. It's unbelievable. So I'm not gonna sell the Alien Blaster because that's a unique weapon. It's also not that heavy. It uses power cells. Yeah, I'll keep that. I'll keep that. I mean, but then again, what does it matter that it's a unique weapon? I can cheat the unique weapons into the game if I need them, which I won't need them. I won't need them for anything. We know this. It's not like I'm collecting anything. You know what I mean? Alien power cell. They are indeed unique. And I'll just sell them. I can cheat them into the game. And I'm never going to use them because I just don't use that. I just don't use the weapons. Or, I mean, I do use weapons. I don't use ranged weapons. Player add item. That's exactly it, right? Alien Blaster. There it is. Okay, let's see what this guy has. He might have some cards. It doesn't seem to have many cards. Or any cards. Nope. He does have a couple. He has some food. Some mods. Burps. Yep. That's it. Is F code for caps? Because it is code for gold in Skyrim. It probably is, yeah. I don't know exactly, but it probably is.
Oh, I hear the honcho of one of them strip families up and disappeared. Poof. Yeah, they'll find his body someday.
Oh man, Rex is getting all the news. Oh my god. Now, this is the entrance that we never saw. To the west side, as I said. Yeah, it's 000, but the zeros don't count. In Skyrim, you can just type F and it assumes the rest. In this game, it doesn't. I mean, we could take advantage of the drinks in here. Not that I know of any. They do have a cistern in here, though, I think. Do they? No, it's not here. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's a really cool place. It's a really cool place. It's proper Fallout as well, because it doesn't have high rises. That's the biggest problem with Fallout 3, in my opinion, is that whenever you find places that has old world buildings, it's always with a bunch of high rises. You never use the console for Fallout New Vegas. It's good to explore sometimes to disable clipping to do what I'm about to do. Well, I didn't need to. You see, I was gonna go past that over there, but I didn't need to. But yeah, sometimes disabling clipping is very good. In Fallout 3, it's very important as well, because there's a lot. First off, there's a lot of fetch quests that is just you going through the same levels over and over and over again, secondly, the levels are really hard to navigate, so all you do is disable clipping and just head straight to the exit. Because the levels are just obtuse. And frankly, insulting. There's a water tank over here. And a broken down house. I mean, building. The water tank is... Oh! Oh no! Oh, I thought you were... Oh, okay. Rex, please don't die. What's up? What are... Oh, you're fiends.
Do you like the sight of your own blood?
No. It sort of blurs the vision a little bit, and I don't like it much. Okay. Actually, I'll take the brass knuckles, because we're gonna need things to repair our power fist with. And that's exactly what we repair our power fist with when we have the perk next... I think we're gonna have the perk next time, but we'll see. Ooh, an incinerator. It's not the first time we see this, but it might be really broken. It is really broken. But flame refuel I'll take. So what did we walk into? The reason why I thought this house was going to be special is because I saw the windows were transparent. So oh, dirty water. Yeah, that's good. Because we do need to drink. And I'll take the radiation without an issue. Some psycho. Yeah, the fiends are known to be adepts of chems. And also addicts, which is not quite the same thing, but yeah. They are canonically Patriot's cookbook. That's nice. They canonically use the addiction of people to get them to join their ranks. Let's just clear out this northern edge of the map. TCL and TFC. TFC. I don't know what TFC does. What? What is TFC? TFC toggle field collision? Because TCL is toggle clipping. So it's like an abbreviation, sort of in a weird way. You know what I mean? But TFC, toggle focus? I don't know. I know there's one for toggle of the UI, but I never remember how it is, because it's not TUI. At least I don't think it is. It's like TU or TGU. Interesting. Big Red Skeever is atting me, but I can't see what that was. They both do the same in theory, but TFC, after you enter a lot again, it resets you. Oh, because did you see what I did back then? Look, you Vicky and Van's machine gun. Oh, really? I didn't... Oh, that's right. We have a mission in here, don't we? That's Vic's hideout. Let's check. Because we actually don't have the mission. We only have... It's like a task. God damn it, I hate it. I hate you. I hate you. Oh my god, this UI is so obtuse. I hate it so much. Why is it so obtuse? God damn it. Okay. Because up and down sometimes work, and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Because I definitely have a mission. I don't remember seeing it, though, but I definitely remember having it. Turn to fastest. No, we don't. Here's the location. And it's not a task, it's just an interesting place. The robot tells us where it is. And if this is there, I head out. And the thing is, I thought there was no entrance. Dang it, I'm thirsty again. Is that a way in? No. Yeah, there's no way in. It's not that one. Check the photo on the link. What am I putting my hands on? There we go. I think I know how to get there. Thank you. This expedition west, or east rather, is actually pretty good because it can be absolutely justified by me just trying to clear out the map. But also we're getting to do the well thing, which is a very big surprise. Eddie. Not Eddie. I keep calling him Eddie. Oh. More dirty water. Ramen steak. Don't mind if I do. I'll take the dirty water. Yeah, this is a little bit of radiation. So it could be this one, but I don't think it is. I think it's over there. You're not gonna get me through? Oh, yeah, you are. It's this one over here, I think. Dark Arthur, welcome to the stream. You made it. Indeed, you did. You need some skill checks to get the gun without fighting it. Without fighting. Ah, we'll find it. We'll figure it out. Some ammunition over here. I haven't been around. There's no no map markers. A washing machine. That's not very common. Oh wait, actually, that would be a drying machine, wouldn't it? Gentle cycle. I mean, it could be a top-loading. The front-loading washing machine. That's an invention. That's like a. I've known those all my life, mind you, but like in old school. To Wynn's hideout. This doesn't have a map marker. No, it does not. Right. Yeah, in old school cartoons and stuff, all the washing machines. This is all American cartoons, mind you. All the washing machines are top loading. And hello, Eddie. Rex.
Primm has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
I know, Rex. What? Are you talking to me still? No, he's just whimpering. It's fine. I'll get you fixed. Sammy wins, and Pauline wins. Pauline, can I see your eyes? I might not be able to. I mean, I can see her eyes. I'm just gonna have to be scary. Let's be scary. Oh! There it is. That's the eyes. For your curiosity. Apparently, clipping disables their head tracking, which is interesting.
You best not try any funny business, stranger. One word from
Jung,
me,
welcome to the
and
stream.
Vance will plant you in the ground.
Who are you? I also... Oh. Who are you?
I'm Pauline, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's
That's
most
the eyes.
dangerous and notorious
I did not
criminal
update
couple.
Jung, I'm sorry.
You best not mess with
I
us,
actually forgot
or
about
you'll have
that.
a bullet hole where your eye used to be.
You sound pretty tough. Why haven't I heard of you two before?
We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual. Come a week or so, though, and everyone will have heard of Sammy and Pauline. Just you wait.
What's your plan?
Sammy and me got our hands on a powerful weapon not too long ago. Vance's gun. You know Vance, of Vance and Vicky? That gun's our shot at the big time. We're gonna
She didn't
sneak
do air
in on the
quotes.
strip and rob one of the casinos. Maybe all of them. We'll be known as the greatest gunslingers to ever terrorize the wastelands.
That's the greatest plan I've ever heard in my entire life. It is not, is it? I don't know what I want to do here. Your plan is going to get you both killed.
You'll see. You'll feel stupid that you made fun of us when you learn how rich we are.
I know the two of you stole Vance's gun down in Primm. Also, yes, you just said it.
Why would I deny it? I was the one that hacked that cowboy.
dialogue's
robot while
weird.
Vance kept him busy. Ain't the first thing we stole, won't be the last.
Well, that's the greatest plan I've ever heard in my entire life.
Really? You think so?
I did
We've only
not,
got
Jung,
the
I'm
one
sorry.
There's two of us.
I meant
Only
to do
never
it
done anything like
on
this
Sunday,
before.
but I
We've
didn't
never
do it.
been on the strip either, so we don't know how many guards the casinos have. And I kept having these nightmares. What are we thinking? We're gonna get ourselves killed. Look,
Yes, that's what I said.
tell Sammy to give you the gun, all right? Just take it. I don't want it around tempting us to do something stupid.
I mean, yes.
Later.
I kind of wanted her hat. Sammy,
What are you doing here, stranger? You looking to start some trouble?
who are you?
Me? I'm Sammy. of Sammy and Pauline.
It's not a good idea to rob a
Wasteland's
casino because the
most
casinos are run by the
dangerous and
mafia,
notorious
and you better
criminal.
not try to steal from them. Yeah.
You better not mess with us or you'll end up face down in a shallow grave.
Nah, it's fine. You sound pretty tough. I wonder why I've never heard of you.
Simple. Up until now,
did.
we committed our crimes.
55 speech,
leaving
that's
no
all I
evidence
need.
behind, so we never built a rep. But that's gonna change with our next score. You just wait and see.
I really prefer the way Fallout 1 and 2 make the dialogue trees work. It's just so much better. Basically, if you have the speech to, or whatever, it doesn't have to be speech. It can be. There's many dialogue checks that require other things or things other than speech. In fact, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure nothing requires speech for you to say things. It requires intelligence for you to have the dialogue options. It requires perception, and of course, there's environmental things that open dialogue lines. But in this game, because it's all you always see the dialogue line if you don't have the skill. And there's a lot of games that do it, obviously, like that. It just makes it so much more trivial that, I don't have the skill to say that dialogue line, but if I come back when I have it, I will be able to say that. And from a gameplay perspective, it's a lot easier for the player to figure out how to get past things. But it's, as Harry just said, or actually as Dark Cloud of Cthulhu just said, she gave up so easily. And the reason why she gave up so easily is that it's just a single dialogue line. You say a dialogue line, and I mean, maybe it's multiple checks, but it's simple. It's straightforward. In the first Fallout, like in Fallout 2 as well, like there's a lot of intelligence and perception checks that are made during dialogue that you can absolutely miss them. Like you have the intelligence, you have the perception, you have the special skills required for you to have the line, and you just, because it's like the other lines, it shows up like the other lines of dialogue, you just choose not to say it. You don't realize that it's like a special line that's going to get you something like that other characters wouldn't get you. So it's just much better for roleplay because you don't feel compelled to go for a line that is just there because of a skill. It's just like you say whatever you want. And there's other games that try. I think I'm playing. I think it's Wasteland 3. Wasteland 3 makes it so that Wasteland 3 uses the same thing as this game, except it doesn't have the goofy failure line that Fallout New Vegas has. In Wasteland 3, you just can't say the line, but it shows that you could say the line if you had the skill. And oftentimes there's a bunch of options, so it is actually a little bit richer in regards to skill checks in the dialogues, as far as I can tell, than New Vegas is. But what happens in that game, though, is that what they tried to do is that just because something has a skill check doesn't mean it's a good thing. Doesn't mean it's the better option, or it doesn't mean that it's gonna get you the best reward or the most friendly with the characters or whatever. And some, obviously, because some options are for intimidation and stuff like that. But the thing is, you don't need to have that sort of attitude and that sort of game design if the game is not going to tell you that it's a skill check when the line shows up. For all I know, this third line over here could be a speech check, and I like the way, like, and the thing is, you look at Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity also has the same setup. It's not skills because it's not a skill-based character system, but it has the same setup as Fallout New Vegas. It uses the same system in regards to dialogue writing. But the problem is still there. So what happens in Pillars of Eternity is that there's an option that allows you to remove the little, there's like between square brackets at the beginning of the line, it says why that line is there. It's basically the same thing as a skill check. It just tells you that if you have a reputation for this, or if you are allied to a certain faction, or if you're a certain race, it tells you that at the beginning of the line. And I have those on usually. I think I have those on usually for the Let's Plays, because playing a Let's Play is a little bit different. There's certain priorities that are not there when you're playing by yourself. But like for Pillars of Eternity, it doesn't matter if you remove those square brackets. It doesn't matter, because the complexity is still there, or is still not there, I should say. Because the lines, what happened with the lines is, it's because Pillars of Eternity, well, it's not there because Pillars of Eternity is not as deep in terms of dialogue as New Vegas. It's not as focused on the choices in dialogue as this. It's a little bit more exposition based, and rather than this style of writing. So, you know, it's kind of a little bit different. But yeah, it just doesn't, because the thing is, it's designed to tell the player that it's based on this thing. So it's not like a concatenated sort of skill check driven dialogue option opening section of things. Is this going to be the first time you return to Vicky and Vance Casino? No, I've been there a few times. I demand an update stream after this stream. I sent a Google Drive. So yeah, I know. Wasteland 3 has a fucking badass soundtrack. It does. It absolutely does. My God. Was it? Oh, it's also out. I hear that you can buy the soundtrack outside of the game if you want to. Was it Divinity that had a rock paper scene? The first, yeah, it was Divinity Original Sin. The original Sin. It's kind of, it's freaking their names, because it's not the original Divinity, because that's Divine Divinity. Freaking hell, I was gonna. The third Divinity is called Divinity 2. Oh my God. Their names. Can you believe that? Can you believe that their third Divinity game is called Divinity 2? And it's not even kidding. There's no Divinity 1. There's no Divinity game. There's no game called Divinity. There's a game called Divine Divinity and another game called Beyond Divinity, and then Divinity 2, and then Divinity Dragon Commander, I believe, and then Original Sin, and then Original Sin 2. Oh my God. Their names. But anyway, what's your plan?
You'll have to ask Pauline about that. She's the brains of our operation. I'm the muscle.
Yeah. Well, I know the two of you stole Vance's gun down in Prim.
So, that's just one of our crimes. We're depraved, stone-cold degenerates, you know? You don't want to mess with us.
Pauline says you should give me the gun.
Really? Oh, thank God. I love that woman, but I swear this time she was going to get us killed. The gun's in the safe.
That's
the
pretty good, actually.
combination's 5, 23, 34. Take it far away from here before she changes her mind.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, so you don't even keep the gun on you. So it's like all this pomp. Ooh, Prim fate gained. That means we need to go to Prim. So all this is like this whole thing. Oh, we're gonna be the richest people and all that. It was all for nothing because they're not strapped. They're not strapped? What's the word? They're not strapping? No, strapping is like when somebody's nice looking. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the saying, how the saying goes. Vance's 9mm submachine gun. It's not even good. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's 163 DPS. But yeah, it's not. I don't think it might be better than.
There's some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
I don't remember which one it was. I was there. Wow, it's interesting that they know it up here. I need to make, like, I need to go, now I need to go back to Prim. And, I still need to figure this thing out. Ooh, there's a location over here. They're not wearing strap-ons, as far as we know. Strapping, I think you mean, no, it's like when you're, like, strapping young lad. You know, strapping young lad means somebody who's like smart looking and just like, you know, all you know that sort of look to the people. But there's a word for, there's like a slang word for whenever somebody is loaded. You know what I mean? Like has a gun. There's a word for it. Strapping? It is strapping, isn't it? We have an antenna. What? What's that for? It's not even... Oh. I was gonna say that's not even... That's not even the location, but it is. It is the location. I know what this is, though. You'll need a shovel to dig here. Well, I'll need Rex is what I'll need. Is Veronica still complaining? Rex, give me the shovel. What do we have? Silenced pistol. Good job. Good job, Rex. I know. I don't have... It's so weird that Rex can carry... I mean, it's a good thing that Rex can carry stuff for you. But it is weird. I absolutely missed this entrance, by the way. I was exploring this and I just didn't see that. We'll continue. Strapped. It is strapped, isn't it? It's like... Yeah, strapped. Yeah. Yeah. Top 5 soundtracks from games. Number 1, Dragon Age Origins. I didn't like it. I didn't find it particularly well polished. But it was like... It was good. And I think it was very good for the time. Since then, we have had some brilliant soundtracks. Even things that are not particularly magical and just revolutionary, like Pillars of Eternity, for example. They're very, very good soundtracks. Because it's just, you know, making music is a lot easier than it was back when Dragon Age Origins was made. And also the experience of Ion Zur as well. Was it Ion Zur? Ion? Whatever. I never know the name. A colonel-looking lad, yeah. The second one, Wasteland 3. The third one, BioShock 3. That is not a game. That is not a game. BioShock 3? Not a game, Harry. 4, Siberia 2. Helena's Song. And 5, Pathfinder Kingmaker. Packing also works. That thing just turned on. I was like, what the heck just happened? Packing is also... Yeah, packing also definitely works. Sorry, bumped the microphone there. We're still looking for the well, by the way. If you're wondering what the hell we're doing. Looking for a well. There's a lot of these burned down houses out here. Yeah, I've not been up here. The well is close to the road split towards the boomers. Gotcha. I know, Zur. Thank you. Another unmarked house. They're everywhere up here, aren't they? Carlisle St. Clair's house. Or Claire's house. Well, it's gotta be for a character that we haven't met, because I don't remember any St. Clair. We got a bed over here if we need to sleep. Which we very well might. We do need water a little bit more than that. Okay. Well, that's not water, exactly. But it kind of is, a little bit. We can kill our thirst with alcohol. Which is weird. Also, we can see the edge of the world. So this is just an unmarked location. The well is just south of Feld's shack to west of Nellis Air Force Base, just under the large overpass. Got you. I think I even know where it is. I think I might have seen the well, in fact. I have already edited that bit. So, I was gonna say, like, if I see it in edit, I'll, Mojave home. Who's home? And why is it locked? Well, it's the middle of the night, and, I'm coming in. What the hell? Tell me this is Wild Wasteland as well. Well, there's maze in here. I mean, besides, that's not just the one that obviously that exists over here. You can pick it. Eddie's very happy with this. Hopefully there are no spiders. I don't think anybody lives here. There's a generator working away, unfortunately, as I have explained already. And I could sleep over here if I wanted to. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you see the? I'll look into that. I'll see what that is. Bit more money. I mean, I don't need any of these. There's like a heads-up display on the. That's the retextures. It's gotta be the retextures. It's not in the original game. Ammunition box. What the generator is here for, we'll never know. And the maze, I guess we'll never know either. I need to open this door as well, obviously. What kind of an adventurer would I be otherwise? 10 minutes, Mass Effect 2, Backawful saying things. Yeah. Backawful says, Homeworld 1. I have it, but I don't remember the soundtrack. Witcher 1, I really enjoy the Witcher 1 soundtrack. The Witcher 3 has an amazing soundtrack as well. Endless Legend. That has a very beautiful soundtrack as well. That has I've been playing it recently with Christo and Attaway, and it's amazing soundtrack. Deus Ex 1 has a very good main theme. The soundtrack itself, but the main theme is like, yeah. Half-Life 2 and Age of Wonder, I don't know the soundtracks, I don't remember. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines has a good... I like the soundtracks, I like the music selection. The soundtrack is pretty good as well, but I don't think it's a standout soundtrack. Well. Yeah, flies. Yeah, flies, what? Who did this? I mean, I guess we're not... Rex, I keep calling him Eddie. Like, this is the sort of wells that I think might have been the only wells I've seen. Because I think that either we have been indeed to the location already on that quest, that Rex interaction is just unfortunate for us because we've been there. Or we're supposed to figure out a well because of them being relatively rare. That said, I did remember those. I think no, we didn't explore everything. There's something else there. It is in the mountains. That is not a well. That it was not. I know, Harry. I know. I'm talking to the Let's Play. Let's see. Because I didn't. The Longest Journey 1. Didn't play it. I think I have it. Witcher 2. I don't remember the soundtrack. Sins of a Solar Empire. I have it, but I don't. It's either right. It wrote Scions, but I think it's Sins. I might be wrong on that. I never played it very much. Unreal Tournament 99. I've never played it. I only played the 98. Mass Effect 2. Don't remember. I don't like the soundtrack of Mass Effect 1, by the way. I've been paying attention to it. And how long does it take to download 1 gigabyte? It's fast. Don't worry. 10 minutes for 1 gigabyte. Man, that's bad internet connection. Yeah. Then so the X1 Hong Kong track is also amazing. Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Night. Did an internet speed test, my side. 873 megabits per second. That is more than... It's almost 9 times faster than... There's a well here. There's a literal well here. Rex, there wasn't a well here before. Oh, hi. Are you complaining again? You better not. Is this a reference to MODOK? What do we have? Super Steam Pack. Oh. Abilene Kid LE BB gun. There's a plastic skeleton. Would you please stay out of the way? I'm trying to... Veronica, I will be very angry. I want to see that hat. That hat. Oh, there it is. Rawhide cowboy hat. Rex. What is this supposed to be, though? Because that's just ammo. Yeah, I think it's a reference to MODOK. That's a good one. Bonus critical damage and bonus critical chance. I mean, it's not good, because it's a BB gun, but still. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, there's a... Where am I looking now? Wait a minute. The location was the well. I said it was in the mountains. It was not. Jamie's well. It wasn't there. I'm not going crazy. I like it. Okay. It's a reference to Lassie. Oh, it's a reference to Lassie. Yeah, and I don't know the names of Lassie. You know, things in Lassie. So there's no mission attached to it. So far ahead is this from the LP? Usually 4 or 5 episodes, right? No. It's usually, let's say... no, actually, I can tell you how many episodes it is in advance. So, it is 3 full... so I have... It's 4 full streams. So it's about 12 hours. That's about 3 episodes per... well, that's about 12 episodes ahead. Yeah. BB guns can get very powerful. The big caliber ones are used for small and medium game. Oh, that's right, because BB just stands for ball bearing. So as long as it's ball bearing, it's not a rifle. So you know, the original weapon, the original guns were BB guns. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just makes they can be very powerful. Do the update or you always forget it. No, I won't forget it. I mean, not always. I won't always forget it. But I don't want to do it in the middle of a stream. BB guns can be very powerful because, you know, there's bugs and then there's always the risk of the stream having to end. BB guns can be very powerful. Yeah. It's a lot more than I thought. Yeah, I just, like, at the pace I'm streaming, I mean, I'm releasing half an hour episode every day, and so every I'm releasing a half an hour episode every day, except once every 3 days. Does it make sense? Because I skip, so it's like yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no. Do you know what I mean? So it's basically, if once every day was, let me see if I can look at the right direction. I think I can. If once every day was at 100%, I'm at 66.6%. And at that rate, I stream more. I get more content from the streams than I do for the Let's Play. That means, and I've been thinking about this, that means that I have enough leeway to start another Let's Play series that I record on Saturdays, and then switch around even on Thursdays or Tuesdays, which game I stream. And I, instead of doing a single one of my Let's Plays and turning them into a making a single making my streams and turning them into a Let's Play, make two streams that make them into a Let's Play. If I made any sense, I don't think I did. Okay, let's go into the mountains then. Eddie, That's a long journey. My God. So just now we did. Oh well, I mean most of it was off camera, but we went over there, and just for that, nothing else on the mountains or in the mountains. So we explored. We can say we've explored the northern edge of the map. Those aliens were really wild. I mean, it's wild wasteland. Wild wasteland. Wasteland. So now we're gonna explore the northwest area of the map. So I'll finish the game and still have 6 months of content after. I want to do that. But if I keep up at this pace, I will have about 1 or 2 months, not 6 months. But yeah, that's definitely possible. Right now I have like 3 weeks. Well, maybe 2. Thing is, not all BB have balls. The BB pistol uses pointed pellets. Seem to be how you're doing Battle Brothers too. No, Battle Brothers is just a traditional Let's Play. Why would there be bugs if you got a detailed video how to do it? Oh, that's even... that's gonna take me forever to update it. To updates. I need the certainty. I can't have pressure in my back in being like, people are waiting for me on stream. Is football in your country a big thing? Yes. Yes, it is. It is the biggest sport. In Colonel country, Spain it is, says Jung. With Jung, that is not proper grammar. Also, I'm not from Spain. In Romania, both US and European. Stop calling him Eddie. I keep saying Eddie. He's gonna be Eddie forever. I don't know what we just found, but I don't like finding it. It's a mine. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I remember when all the US football games in my city... I think we're good. And the one from Capital... Yeah, people fighting. Was this proper grammar? Did you retire Eddie or did he die and finally gave up on him? I did not give up on him. He's super important. If Eddie dies, like, the whole DLC is basically broken. Actually, it might be that he gets resurrected or something. I don't know how that works. But yeah, there's a whole DLC. The last DLC in the game, or the one that you should play last, is very much centered around Eddie. So yeah, he dies so much. He doesn't die too much. He just it dies a little bit, you know. It's a reasonable amount. We have a mine. Ruby Hill Mine. Hopefully no enemies. I can deal without enemies. Cave fungus. Why are those red? Oh no, there's enemies. Stop it. That'll solve it. They probably have water in here, don't they? Get all those mushrooms. Oh boy.
I've had worse.
Eddie, you doofus. Oh, there's another one. Man, these guys shoot so fast. It's kind of tricky to avoid their attacks. Lake Lurk meat is not too bad, actually. Lake Lurk meat is very nutritious. I'm sure you can... There's... Why are you growling? Are there more of them? There are more of them. There are definitely more of them. They're basically Cthulhu creatures. He's a machine. Machines don't die. Let's see. He runs at the enemy like he's tough, but gets kicked around like a football. I found a secret above the Silver Rush in Freeside. I'll try to remember that, Jung. In Freeside, though, in Silver Rush. I didn't even know you could go above the Silver Rush. Wait. Hi. Did Veronica just teleport? She did, didn't she? I think she just died. Okay, we're not counting that. I'm actually none of this is happening. I'm not gonna kill them up here. Because if you're gonna bug on me, then no. It's not gonna happen. Because screw that noise. Basically, I think she fell through the floor, and that's where the enemy was. Yeah. Oh, the lake lurk meat somehow is less nutritious then. Are they invisible? Get me the lake lurk. Nope. That's the one. Rex is injured, but we're okay with that. Okay. Toggle AI for Veronica. Toggle AI for Rex. So they aggro. I toggled their AI, and the lake lurk stopped carrying. Not really. There's one up there. Kill. This is fixing bugs, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do these. That's why console commands are so important. In Bethesda games specifically, because other games are not broken. But in games that are broken, you absolutely have to use them. Because otherwise, you'll just be frustrated. Can you imagine being like, oh no! Veronica died! There's also DLC that's focused around her. Veronica died because of bugs. Whatever shall I do? Certainly not continue playing. Oh no, I crashed the game. The game crashed because of the AI. Oh my god. And now it's doing this horrible sound. You can tell the CPU is working on something else because the repetition changed. Or the tempo changed. Fallout New Vegas murdered. It's called kill when you kill a process in a computer or on Windows anyway. Let me show my thing. Invisible lake lurks. Set her to ranged. Can she actually do ranged? Give her energy weapons if you are having trouble with her dying. I'm not having trouble with her dying. I'm having trouble with the game bugging out. Make Rex passive. Actually, I will put them outside because this is not happening. You can't play with me, game. Kill Colonel. Now can you install mods? No, because at the end of the stream I'll do that. Okay, that is also not happening. Yeah, yeah. I'm already fixing bugs right now. See what I have to deal with? Okay, so let's get what we were getting, because for the Let's Play, this doesn't happen. For the Let's Play, it's just normal. It's like me getting the mushrooms, and then finding out the lake lurk meat is nice. Getting my lights on. There we go. Finding out that the meat is nice. No pun intended. It's not even a pun. It's the double entendre intended, I think. And then nobody dying. Just amazing things happening. Everybody being very, very happy, just in general. And it's perfectly all right. That's how I do. That's how I roll. And I'm also gonna explore ahead, because I don't want any of the lake lurks that are still alive to be a problem. Because I think there's more. Okay, wait, toggle god mode. Yes, yes. Okay, there's some of them up there, but we don't worry about that. Come. Come on. Yes, yes. Of course. Come now. Artificial invalid is what it stands for. For Bethesda. Stop, you sane maniac. Maniac. What is the bug? The bug is that Veronica fell down the floor, fell through the floor, and got killed by lake lurks. And then when I tried having an easy time by killing them all with commands, there we go. I disabled the AI for my companions so that they wouldn't die. And then when I enabled the AI, the game crashed.
Aw.
So, yeah, that's what's going on. How can she probably run up the ramp and got killed there? I don't think so. I think I caught it on camera for sure. I wasn't looking straight at her, but as far as I can tell, she was right there in the middle of the over here. She was right here, and she disappeared, like immediately. And she was also freaking out with her AI, trying to attack people that she can't see. The biggest problem with, well, it's not the biggest problem. One of the enormous problems, many enormous problems that the Bethesda engine has since Morrowind, and don't get me wrong, the Morrowind engine is an enormous, it's great, but it is the same engine that they're using. They're using the Morrowind engine for all these games, and the biggest problem is that the AI cannot tell line of sight when it comes to detection, because the detection is done largely through sound, and so what they can't, like, it doesn't matter sound. Are you on the other side of an enormous wall? I will detect you if you make sound, so that, you know, that sounds plausible if you're inside a house, but not in a freaking dungeon where they wouldn't hear anything. And so basically what happens is that they will detect you. So you need to, basically it's an engine limitation that you need to make up for through level design, which Obsidian didn't. There's a lot of them. Hi. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
No, they're gone. Oh, there's more? No, that's Veronica. Okay. She looks like a lake lurk. Jackal gang member. A grenade rifle. Ruby Hill key. Well, we're at Ruby Hill. Oh, a pushy. Oh, that's better than ours. We've seen a pushy already. We've seen a pushy. I think it's a I actually can't repair it. It's faster anyway, and it's not as prone to crashing the game. So, pushy time. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna experiment with that, aren't we? So, lake lurk meat. I'll actually take it. Veronica, are you gonna be okay? I realize you might not be able to... Oh, this water is good. Oh, this is fantastic. Let's see what I can do over here. Food. 301. Like, why is my strength good, by the way? What did I do to bring my strength up to where it is. Food. Lake Lurk meat. I just had that one. Well, I just had that one. I'm sorry. Ooh, got Ruby's casserole. Probably gonna get more Lake Lurk meat. Ah, that's beautiful water. That definitely is not gonna get me killed on other accounts that aren't necessarily radiation. But nope, radiation is all I care for. And that's what the key was for. A bunch of bombs. And yeah, yeah, I'm definitely... I think it's because of the food I ate or something. There's some eggs. Some meat. How can you sleep in at night with your lies? She probably run up the ramp. I read the she probably run up the ramp. But I didn't read the sleep at night with your lies. No, it's I'm not lying. It's just it was just bad. What is she doing? We're not gonna have anything down here? We're gonna have some things down here. Colonel Live PG. Fallout New Vegas. Unarmed console command. What? A super mutant route over here. With some really good stuff, all things considered. I'm actually gonna be weighed down. Ooh, purified water. That's really nice. A multi-blast rifle. That is not nice. I need help. Help. I think I'm. Oh, I made it. Where are my friends? I don't have any friends. Veronica? Oh, there she is. Come here. I need to give you all the way heavy stuff. Oh, that's Rex. Hey, Rex. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? A good boy. Where's Veronica? She's not a good girl, is she? She's a naughty girl. Naughty girl. What? Where's she? Oh, my God. Oh, no, she swam. She's running away. She heard me. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. She heard me say that she was a naughty girl. And she's like, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. I mean, fair. There's no animation for getting out of the water. TCL is the animation for getting out of the water. Seriously, she where did she go? You saw her run away, right? Liar, liar, pens on fire. Console commands only run. That probably wouldn't be very difficult. Actually, hey, she made it back.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
It is not. I can give you a hat, though. Sure, go ahead. It is guns. All of the guns. The guns that apparently... This gun is apparently a reference to Lassie. And I am very bad at all the things, so I don't... Ooh, I shouldn't give her explosives because she throws them. I must remember that. Plasma grenade. Two-step goodbye. You can use that. And, of course, Vance's gun. Now, back to the super mutant that was having a poker game with the plastic skeletons. Where? Oh, there you are. So the plastic skeletons, I mean, I suppose maybe we can't see what the cards were. Yeah, I don't think the game itself is part of the joke or whatever that is supposed to be. Because I don't know, I don't get it. But that's that. There's another entrance over here, though. Okay, let me make sure I don't miss anything. Console command run, add last quest, and then complete the last quest. There it is. That's true. At some point, I modded New Vegas so heavy that I totally broke. And I mean, all characters in the game, all NPCs started to run to one point on the map my character got cloned and he also started running towards that point. It was kind of surreal. I imagine it is surreal. There's a lot of surreal stuff in Bethesda games. There's a lot of surreal stuff. Like my Let's Play of Oblivion was full of surreal things. And I wasn't even trying to be... Okay, here's the exit. Oh, the water edge decided to not be a water edge anymore. Oh, this is just back. I know where it is. Got a lot of explosives over there. What did we just get out of that? That made a noise. It comes back up here. Okay, well, I guess that concludes this dungeon, this mine. There was a super mutant and jackals. Let's continue our journey. So, do you have a plan on what game comes after New Vegas? Yeah, I was talking about it earlier, Dark God of Cthulhu. I think... Let's try our new weapon. Yeah, it works well. And I think I'm gonna start another game while I am playing New Vegas. So what's gonna happen is that I'll have 2 concurrent Let's Play series that are made out of stream material. So I'll have a lot of editing to do, but the editing I am okay with, because I can be tired, I can be eating, I can be all sloppy. It doesn't matter for editing. I can do editing at any time. Editing is an easy thing for me, and it sort of decompresses me as well. Like sometimes I'll record for like 5-6 episodes straight, and I'm like, ugh. I'll do a little bit of editing, and it's fine. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, I will. The thing with making Let's Plays out of streams though is that I literally can play any game. There's no game that is bad for for Let's Plays, because for Let's Plays there's a lot of games that are not good, either because they are hard to comment on top of. Hope that I didn't punch Eddie or Rex twice there. I think I did. Or because they have copyrighted music. There's just so many things that can make a game, or maybe the pacing is just bad. For a Let's Play, there's so many things that a game that Let's Plays, that games don't work well on Let's Plays. Puzzle games are one that are tricky. If you're not very good at puzzle games, it's very difficult to do a Let's Play unedited. That's the point, unedited, because you can make a edited Let's Play. It works fantastically well. Yeah, don't worry, Dark God of Cthulhu. I know you weren't here, that's why I'm saying. I was just sort of calling back to it because I talked about it already. We have a grave. Rex, you know I need the shovel. This grave doesn't matter. Can I give you more stuff? Yes, I can.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
It's really cool that she says that. It's so cool that she says that. I know I don't say it often, but it is really cool. Don't use power cells. Does that use power cells or something? No, it doesn't. Proper etiquette is needed when editing. Proper etiquette is needed when editing. What do you mean by that, Jung? Just rambling cells. So yeah, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. There's people who have suggested games recently to me on chat, including Adilaki, including, I don't remember who it was that suggested something else. I have a first look video that I need to make as well soon, very soon. In fact, I'll probably do it this week. But it's not a Let's Play, it's just a first look. Colonel gained Gravedigger. Did I actually? Nice. Do you think you will eventually do a KOTOR 2 Let's Play? I will do a KOTOR 2 Let's Play. I'm not sure how well the first game went. No, it went well. I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like the romance line that I went with. Because I just basically broke the game. But not in the normal way. I broke the game as in, I broke the narrative of the game. This is a very green area. And the sky likes to change color, as you saw there. 157 Nevada. Yeah, look at all these green trees and whatnot. Is it because we're going up the mountains? The air is better, or is it because we're going just to a different area of Nevada? Nevada has some gorgeous, gorgeous forests. Like, seriously, if you look up pictures... Well, I guess I didn't look up pictures of Nevada, but I follow some people who are from... That was a bug. I don't know why it didn't make a sound. That made the two sounds at the same time. I follow some people who are from Nevada, and they post pictures of the... Oh, what? Oh! Hi. Oh, don't do that. Thank you. And it's gorgeous. It's lovely, lovely country. Another New Vegas stream at the same time. Low intelligence. Do a Twitch stream of Dragon Age Origins 1. I did already. I didn't do a Twitch stream, obviously, but I did a I did a Let's Play, as you know. So that's not what I'm looking for to repeat that particular Let's Play. It would be good for my Twitch channel. Right in the spitter. There's a word for it. For the mouth. Yeah, this place is gorgeous. Lovely. It would be good for my Twitch channel if I did a Fallout 1 and 2 Let's Play based on streams. The thing is, I know Fallout 1 and 2 so well that I don't need editing. I'm good. I'm good. And also, I would need to do like specialized Let's Plays, which actually that would be good for a Twitch stream. Specialized Let's Plays of Fallout 1 and 2, because the last ones were completionist. So they were done well enough that I'm satisfied with the result. As in, it can stand there forevermore, as for people who want to see me go through those games. I think they're high enough quality that people can go back and watch Fallout 1 and 2, my completionist Let's Plays, and be satisfied with the result. But I want to mess around. I want to mess around. Yeah, Fallout 2 stream with the restoration. Of course, with the restoration project. I mean, who do you think I am? Dishonored isn't a bad idea. Dishonored is not a bad idea. Absolutely, it isn't. Especially because, again, it's not a very good game for a Let's Play. So yeah. Dishonored 1 and 2 would be fantastic. Although Prey, I also, honestly, at this moment, I think Prey, of the games that I will play next, Prey is more likely to be the next game from Arcane. But then again, that's for me to play. As for a Let's Play, it's just a little bit different. There's like a whole snowy area around here. There's snow. Does that mean that that's snow as well? I mean, yeah. Because that's not snow, right? That's sand. We're on top of the world, though. I think this is the highest place. We came to the tallest point on Fallout New Vegas. Taller even than the towers of the city. I think. Might be wrong. Look at that big mountain. That big mountain is way in the distance. Oh, can we actually... We might be able to tell the world from here. Because the boomers are right around over there. That's where the aliens attacked me. No. This is where the aliens attacked me. This is like a big place without any markers. But with a bunch of things. That's where the Nightkin wanted to sell me the tumbleweeds. So yeah, that is basically outside of the world. Cool. Did you ever check out Urtuk the Desolation? It's pretty fun, but I think it's still in early access. I was gonna say, is it an old game? It is not. I did not check it out. But if it's in early access, that's a good thing, because I might, if it's good, I'll play it when it comes out. Just finished the second Dishonored. I read that the third one is planned, but I don't think it will work. 1 and 3 wrap the story. 1 and 2, you mean? Yeah, wrap the story just perfect. I mean, now they're all under. Wait. Who bought Bethesda? Microsoft, right? Yeah. Now they're all under the Microsoft wing. That's right. Arcane, In Exile, and Obsidian are all owned by Microsoft. So if Microsoft wants to kill them tomorrow, they can. That's the real reality. I really don't think that there's going to be any more communication between. Well, the thing is, there's probably already a lot of communication between the different studios, and in fact, you know, not probably. There's definitely a lot of communication between different studios. But through official channels is a different thing. Like if they want to share IPs and stuff like that. But now it's all Microsoft, so you know, they can share the IPs. Yeah, we're getting the Cathedral soundtrack. There's the crater that we see. That's where we need to go. That's where the quest marker shows. And we're getting snow up here as well. There's a quest mark. There's a map marker here. How did I miss it? Maybe Kingdom Come. Nah. Kingdom Come is unfinished. Not in the sense of also in the sense of gameplay, but that doesn't matter as much. More so in the sense of the storyline. I don't think that it's the storyline of the game doesn't go anywhere. It's like knowing the ending, just makes me like it doesn't really. Why would I want to play the game again? Knowing the ending is like, ugh. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. It's all pointless. That's bad. I think the ending of that game really ruined the game for me. When it really shouldn't have. Like, all they needed was some freaking character progression. It's like basic storytelling. It was storytelling 101. Just having a character that goes anywhere instead of being just a performative buffoon. I think that's a bug, but no, yeah. That's probably a bug or maybe a water feature. But we have a big mansion surrounded by a palisade. Yeah, that's the water feature. It's bugged out. Well, that's Jacobstown. Oh, it's not a big mansion, it's multiple ones, isn't it? I like that I did the exploration like that. I'll answer your question, Jung, in a little bit. It's super mutants. Excuse me.
Need to tighten up my vices again.
Your vices? You mean for the armor?
I like it up here. Nice and cool.
Huh.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around.
That's Marcus.
Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
I would like to know why the NCR is not popular around here. And that face, it's a recreation. It's a recreation of Fallout 2's clay head. Well, it's not clay head. They're talking heads, but they're made out of clay. They're modeled after clay. And that's Marcus, who is not a Nightkin. Marcus is a, I believe he's not a Nightkin. I think he's just a normal super mutant. Nightkins are more associated with the Master than other super mutants. The other super mutants are just made in the... I forget the name of that place. How could I forget the name of the place where the super mutants come from? It's not Navarro, but it's like it's a place where the lieutenant is in Fallout 1, and where you go to in Fallout 2 and learn some things. And it's good to learn those things because your character doesn't know them. And it's also one of the reasons why Fallout 2 works so well as a sort of as a first game in the franchise, because it tells you all the things you need to know anyway. So you don't really need to play Fallout 1 to play Fallout 2. Although you should play Fallout 1 because it's better. But yeah, that's Marcus. We, of course, as a character, have no idea who he is. I'm looking for Dr. Henry.
Doc's inside the lodge.
So they're back together in, like, Interplay period. Arcane wasn't with Interplay. Arcane was the old Ultima Underworld team and Deus Ex. And, no, actually not Deus Ex. System Shock and Thief and Ultima Underworld for sure. Deus Ex was Warren Spector, just like System Shock 1, but I think that was Warren Spector's team. There was a studio, rather, that Warren Spector made, I think. And then that studio ended up... I think... so that's Looking Glass, I think. That studio ended up closing... To whom? What happened? Let me go onto Wikipedia here and see what happened to that, because now I'm curious. I don't think it's the same studio as the modern day Deus Ex people. Ion Storm, that's the one, not Looking Glass. Looking Glass is the one that came before Arcane. So it was John Romero. Ion Storm was John Romero. Was it Warren Spector? I thought it was Warren Spector. Can I just see a list of games? Games developed. There it is. Thief Deadly Shadows. They got Thief Deadly Shadows. Because Looking Glass closed. This in 2004 when Ultima Underworld 3 basically became Arx Fatalis. The first game of Arcane Studios. They sort of rescued it. So yeah, Warren Spector went on to make Deus Ex and Anachronox. And then I don't know what happened to him. But what I'm curious for... Closure. Romero and Hall left the company after producing Anachronox in July 2001. Eidos Interactive closed the Dallas office. Oh, they were owned by Eidos. So, yeah, they probably spread out across Eidos, which means they are indeed the same people, or they could be the same people that make Deus Ex right now, or made Deus Ex right now, because Square Enix doesn't like good games. Oh, you know what I missed? Banner Saga. That was a pretty great series. It really was. It really was. Banner Saga, I actually have it installed, the first game. I've been trying to finish it on maximum difficulty. I never managed to do it. Are you eyeballing me, Punk? Colonel, we know you have played New Vegas before. It's fine, but it's fine. I don't know why it took me this long to put this together, but super mutants are basically orcs. It seems obvious now. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. They're really not made to be like that. So, you need to understand Fallout 1 as having been created as an RPG that doesn't have. I think like that was the pitch. That was like a big part of the impetus behind making the setting was making an RPG that wasn't about elves and orcs. So like explicitly elves and orcs. Like those are the words they use as they used to describe the pitch that they made to Brian Fargo when they had the game sort of working, and then they went up to Brian Fargo, who was the head of Interplay at the time, and said, "We want to make this game." And Brian Fargo saw it and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna put a lot of money behind it, and you're gonna make a nice game out of it." And that was basically the short of it. But like the pitch there is that. But the thing about them not being orcs is that first off, the reason why they're created is completely different from the reason the orcs are created in The Lord of the Rings. They're also super smart. The super mutants, they're very smart. They're infertile, so like they're sort of by definition although they're infertile incidentally, you don't know that throughout the whole game in Fallout 1. But like as a place in the setting, they're just a relic. They're actually, it's kind of poetic in a way, but they weren't designed like that. They are sort of a relic of the setting, just like ghouls are a relic of the old world, because they are people who lived through the Great War and became ghouls then, and they have lived for hundreds of years now. And the super mutants they live very long, but they don't live that long. But they're infertile, so it's not like an infestation like an orcs could be seen as, and are indeed. The orcs are definitely written in Lord of the Rings as be sort of like a fast spreading. They are invaders. They're written as invaders, and sort of infestation. They're an infestation. But the super mutants are not. While they expand, the super mutants they're super soldiers. That's basically what they are. It's kind of a funny name. I mean, I always felt it was a funny name, the super mutants, because you normally just say mutants. Even in franchises that mutants are not really or rather that have mutants that are not like that. Like I remember X-Men. They're called mutants. People call them mutants, which is weird. It's just a weird name for it to call them, but it is true. They're mutants in the setting. But these guys are mutants as well, but they're super mutants specifically, which is really interesting, the way they're named. Because it's bland and it's like, bleh. It's not the Uruk-hai, it's the super mutants. You know what I mean? Even the Uruk-hai are sort of a made-up thing from the movie more than from the books. The Uruk-hai don't really exist in the books, although they are referenced by that name, but they're not really a part of that, if I remember correctly. They're sort of like a secondary thing. There's some people. Marcus is not a Nightkin, but he was one of the leaders of the Master's Army. Does he actually say that? That's interesting. Oh, but the thing... what does it mean to be a leader of the Master's Army? The Lieutenant is the leader of the Master's Army, but he's not a Nightkin. You know what I mean? Because all of them are all super mutants are the Master's Army. Every super mutant belongs to the Master's Army. And to be one of the leaders, that's true, but not all super mutants are Nightkins. They come from California, yeah. Super mutants look like they're inspired from design point of view by Hulk. People compared the Marcus to Shrek a lot back when it came out. I don't think it was the intention, but Shrek was... Marcus was... I saw Marcus being called Shrek a lot. Many times. Many times. But also Fallout 1 came before Shrek came out. I think Fallout 2 rather. Fallout 2 came out a year and a half before Shrek came out, I think. Not that people might have seen Shrek already, but I'm not saying that they're inspired or not. Are they smart? They seem to be portrayed as dumb brutes by Bethesda. By Bethesda, they're portrayed as dumb brutes because Bethesda doesn't like Fallout. They hate it. They really hate Fallout. So they didn't play it. They didn't play Fallout because they hate it. So they didn't play it. So they don't understand Fallout. Yeah, they're definitely portrayed as dumb brutes, because they in Bethesda games they are orcs. But you'll note that just notice how Marcus talks. Maybe I'm missing that part. Yeah, their tribal nature and brutish behavior is what brought me to that conclusions. Well, the Nightkin are special. The Nightkin are they're adult-brained, so they're definitely different. Philippe, welcome to the stream. Just in time to listen to the history that changed the RPG scenario forever. Thanks, Colonel. No problem. Definitely see the Hulk resemblance. Yeah, there's a little bit of it. Fallout 1 and 2 were way before Shrek. Yeah, the second game wasn't very, very long before Shrek. But I do remember people calling that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just the reaction of people, rather than... because, you know, obviously that doesn't mean that they were influenced by it. I don't see a resemblance either way. Certainly I don't see Shrek. Compared to Fallout 1 character, they are brutes. The Nightkin... I think the Nightkin are even more brutish than in Fallout 1. In Fallout 1, the Nightkin don't really do much. I don't think you can have a discussion with any Nightkin in Fallout 2. In Fallout 1, I don't think you can. Where's Donkey? Yeah. In Fallout 2, like in Fallout 1, you talk to a few mutants, and they're just soldiers. They just like if you get captured by super mutants. Or like wherever they are, there's specific super mutants that have specific dialogues, if I remember correctly, specifically the ones that are in Necropolis in Fallout 1. So they will have a specific dialogue. That's actually the first time I found the lieutenant was like that, because it's very easy. You just choose some lines in Necropolis and then you see the lieutenant. But the folks who capture you specifically, they just talk like soldiers, because they are soldiers, and the ones that roam around the wasteland, I don't think I've ever been captured by them, but I do know that you can be captured by them. But I'm not really sure how. I might be mistaking things, actually. But yeah, so definitely you can get captured in Necropolis, and then you talk to super mutants. You definitely talk to super mutants in the base. In the base where you go to if you get captured by them, or you go to that base, either way. And there's even this super mutant contemplating the meaning of life and being all like all like transcendent, like philosophical about things and whatnot. Figgin, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome. Hello, indeed. And just Destructoid, welcome to the stream as well. Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, I'm just talking. We arrived at Jacobstown. We've been exploring the mountains for the last hour and a half, although we have explored other things as well. And now we're discussing. I'm discussing the nature of Marcus. But I think the most important thing, and Harry is talking about the FEV. The most important thing is actually the description of the experiments that led to the super mutants. Or actually the first version of the FEV, not the same version that made the super mutants. The FEV, called the Fourth Evolutionary Virus, that's what it stands for. That's what made Marcus. That's what made all super mutants, for one. But that's also what made that's also what made the Master. Yeah, I'm not wrong in saying that. So the Master is different, but it's also what made other mutants. There's other mutants that are created by the FEV. The floaters are created by the FEV, and the centaurs are created by the FEV, but they're different. They share genetic material of the Master, if I remember correctly. There's some explanations about that specifically. I believe it's in the Cathedral in Fallout 1, but I might be wrong on that. In regards to the FEV, I don't remember exactly where you learn about it, but I think it is in Fallout 1. You probably learned about it a little bit in Fallout 2. Harry is saying FEV is a megavirus with a protein. Yeah, that's the. He's quoting directly. Harry there is quoting directly from the little holo disc that you read. That thing about. They even explain how exactly it works with a protein sheath and all that sort of stuff. It is capable of absorbing neurons without becoming radioactive. Hulk During the oh no, he's making a comparison between the Hulk. During the experimental detonation of a gamma bomb, Robert, yeah, so that's different though. Yeah, I know it's gamma rays that made Hulk. Scientist Robert Bruce Banner saves teenager Rick Jones, who has driven onto the testing field. Banner pushes Jones into a trench to save him, but is hit with a blast, absorbing massive amounts of gamma radiation. Yeah. They're dumb, but they are also brainwashed. Oh yeah, that definitely changes the perception that you can have of them. Because they're definitely brainwashed. They're like fresh people in Fallout 1. Also, they're brainwashed. Everybody in the Master's army is brainwashed. You get a real sense of that when you talk to the Master. It's a brilliant endgame dialogue. Like, fantastic. Fallout 1 just so much better than Fallout 2. So much better. They have a deficit on intelligence with exceptions. So yeah, basically about the FEV, if you read the descriptions of the FEV, basically they're making the FEV to make people smarter. To make people immune to all viruses, to all diseases. That's the original, and to make them stronger as well. It's like they want the next step in evolution. So it's the traditional trophy. Trophy. It's not trophy. Well, it is trophy, but at the time it sort of wasn't as much. There's some movies about it. The eugenics sort of next stage in evolution that we see a lot in games. To be fair. But Fallout 1 does it better than everybody else because it's Fallout. You know how it goes? Everybody is like just bad, and then Fallout comes in and it's good. So Fallout, what they do is they have the government be working on the FEV. And this is before the war, right? So they were working, I think, for like 3 or 4 years already. They had this facility in California. And I don't remember the name of the facility, but some people might be able to tell me in the comments. It's the facility where the lieutenant is, and where the VATS are, and all that sort of stuff. They have this facility, and that's why I say that's in Fallout 1 that you learn about this sort of stuff, because that's when you visit that facility for the first time. They have this facility where they were making the FEV, the Forced Evolutionary Virus. That's why it's called Forced Evolutionary Virus. So they have these big VATS, where they put monkeys in there and put rats, and they have all these different experiments based on Mariposa Research Institute. That is definitely the one. Thank you very much, Harry. Yeah, they have these VATS, and what happens? I think like 20 or 40 years after. No, it's probably 20 years. I think, or 20 or something years after the war. This ghoul. Am I wrong in this? Wow, I'm doubting myself right now, so I'll say it, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But this ghoul and his friend go visit the Mariposa Research Institute. They don't know what it is. They just something happened to them. They get attacked by monsters, I believe, and I believe that it's centaurs and other things and other creatures. John Carpenter is the thing, is other creature that inspired the centaurs, and the floater is inspired by a vagina. Fun fact. But I'm not even kidding. But so yeah, basically what happens is this ghoul and his friend goes and visits this, and the ghoul manages to run away, but his friend, who has a name and I don't remember, it's a super important name in the Fallout lore, and his friend never shows up. And later on, like 60 years or 40 years after that, the Vault Dweller from Vault 13, the Chosen One. No, the Chosen One is from Fallout 2. It's the Vault Dweller in Fallout 1. The chosen by the Vault people to fix the Vault water purification system. Meets this ghoul and asks him about things. And this ghoul is called Harold. Harold also shows up in Fallout 2 under different circumstances and largely as a sort of Easter egg, and then he shows up in Fallout 3 because Bethesda doesn't like Fallout. So Harold tells the story of this dude that he knew a while back, and it's sort of like a very well done sort of setup for the story, because later on you can piece the things together, but at the beginning of the game you don't know who this guy is that he went off and disappeared. Let's not talk about Fallout 3, yeah. So So what happened to that dude that disappeared, to that the friend of that ghoul, is that he fell into the vats, and there's like a diary of you can find a diary of this dude, and he started mutating because of the vats of the FEV. He started mutating, and he became the master. He fused himself with a few other people that showed up. He literally fused himself with 2 more people, I believe, and with Machine. He's just like a weird dude, you know? It's just a weird dude. And he started to not be able to move very well, or move at all, because for a while it was just sort of like, oh, I'm in here. He spent years in there, you know what I mean? So before he stopped being able to move, he moved. He moved away from that facility, and he moved to the cathedral in Fallout 1. He moved to Cathedral, and that's where he laid rest, and that's where he is. And he was there for a few years after that. And this guy was the master. He was the master. He basically, the guy that fell into the vats became this mutant person that is the master of the super mutants. He made the super mutants. He decided, before he left, he decided to start making people, to start capturing people using his minions and using his ghouls, or not ghouls, his mutants to get people. And he decided that the future of humanity laid in it's basically eugenics again, but he wanted it for peace rather than control or anything. He wanted it for peace, and that basically wanted to turn everybody into super mutants. It wasn't even like I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to turn everybody into super mutants. That's what he wanted to do, and that's the big finale of Fallout 1 is dealing with that, dealing with the master as well. So yeah, that's the story. That's how the super mutants were created. Because he develops the FEV into the FEV2 version, the second version. So when we talk about the FEV, we're always talking about the second version, and that's the version that specifically makes super mutants. And it's not even the version that made the master, because the version that made the master. Thank you for the follow, Destructoid, by the way. Thank you very much. The version that made the master is the original version. It's like like the game makes it wishy-washy because it needs to be wishy-washy. And sort of like, you don't want to think too hard about it because, you know, it's the big boss and all that. But it's like, maybe it was because of the radiation, or maybe because it was the extended exposure or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the Panimmunity Virion. That is indeed the name, the FEV. Panimmunity Virion. I think Fallout New Vegas has that expression, Panimmunity Virion, somewhere. The lore is rich and goes to hell because government. What do you mean, Philip? Because government. If I remember correctly, you can do FEV experiments in Fallout 2. You might be thinking of the military base. There's one military base where you go. Now, you might be able to do something with the FEV, but it's very minimal. It's just like trying to rescue some. Yeah, it's very minimal. I think no, I don't think you do any. You don't, because the end of Fallout 1, the vats get destroyed. So in Fallout 2, when you go there, spoiler alert. This is all spoilers, obviously. When in Fallout 2 you go back to the Mariposa Research Institute. First off, everything is broken and everything is destroyed. Really, really cool. I mean, come on, it is so good. You go like. Fallout is so amazing. First off, you're playing the game that uses the same assets. It has the same graphical assets as Fallout 2, as Fallout 1. So you're playing Fallout 2, and you went there in Fallout 1, and it was this old facility with all these things going on, and every light going on. There's a bunch of super mutants that you go in there, and you fight, and there's just like all these super mutants. And they have these computers working, and there's armories, and there's a bunch of things, and they have these barriers, these laser barriers, and all the things. And then you go there in Fallout 2, 80 years after everything is rusty. There's nobody there. There's some wolves at the exit. There's nobody there at all. Everything is broken because it blew up in Fallout 1. You blow it up. And then you get to the vats area, and everything is destroyed. Like, there's large swaths of all the levels that are completely inaccessible because they're not there. They all caved in. So, like, everything is looted. There's nothing, because you did that already in Fallout 1. But you go there, and it's still an area. It's still something fun to explore, because it is new. It is effectively new. It's all broken. It's all rusty and whatnot. And then you go to the vats, and in the vats, obviously, there's nothing like what you had before. I think you still have access to the place that has the Mr. Handy, because in Fallout 1, there's a Mr. Handy that you can use to get past one of the doors. It's actually, I think, the only Mr. Handy in Fallout 1. Might be wrong about that. No, it's not. It's not the only one, but it's like the most prominent Mr. Handy. Is that one in particular? And so you go there, and I think that room is still there, but the main room of the vats is not there. It's just all caved in, and there's this little bit of green goo on the floor, because that's an asset of Fallout 1. It's just amazing. It's fantastic. I love it. Fallout is so great, and it's so because it's 2D. Because if it were 3D, it's different, because your perspective is not as controlled, and because your perspective is controlled in a 2D game, it changes how you remember it, I feel. Fallout 3 was Oblivion with guns. Yes, it was. And Fallout 4 was Skyrim with guns. To be fair, let's also say it like it is. We'll say it's an Elder Scrolls game. Absolutely, absolutely. I remember when Fallout 3 came out. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's gonna be Oblivion with guns." So, as in, it's gonna be bad. And I say everybody that cared, really, because after Fallout 3 comes out, people who like Fallout 3 then are the people who care. You know what I mean? It's like the fan base changes. There's a shift, not a complete shift, obviously, but there's a shift. So the fan base before Fallout 3. Was just as a whole, and of course I'm generalizing, but a lot of people were saying it's going to be Oblivion with guns. Like, we know what it's going to be. It's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be good. And Bethesda was like, no, it's not going to be Oblivion with guns. We know, we love Fallout so much. We do. Look at all the super mutants that we have. Exploding cars. We have exploding cars. They didn't talk about plastic skeletons. They only clued into that one after Fallout 4, or after, rather, Skyrim. But either way, the point is, people in defense of Fallout 3, after Fallout 3 came out, were saying, it isn't just Oblivion with guns, it is so much more, because, I don't remember the arguments, but they were bad, and everybody was comparing Fallout 3 to Oblivion, and people who didn't like Fallout 3, some people who didn't play Fallout 1 and 2, were comparing it as well to Oblivion, and saying, oh, I don't like Fallout 3, because in Oblivion I can do this. In Oblivion I can do that. Or, I don't like Fallout 3 because it's different than Oblivion. There's so many people, which is normal, by the way. All of this is super normal, that people would act like this. Because it's just people who play Bethesda games, and Fallout 3 is Oblivion with guns, so of course they're going to compare it to Oblivion. And so even reviews at the time, I remember seeing Oblivion, I remember seeing reviews. I remember one particular review, but I don't remember which one it was. But there was one particular review, but there were multiple ones. But one in particular that said it is not Oblivion with guns. And then in the same review proceeds to compare Fallout 3 to Oblivion instead of comparing it to the original Fallouts. And you're like, yeah. It's Oblivion with guns. Everybody knew at the time, and then a few years later, people were saying it out loud, that it was just like Oblivion with guns, and that's why I like it, which is totally fair. I mean, if you like Oblivion and you like Oblivion with guns, by all means. The point is, like, don't call the spade a spade. You know what I mean? I don't want to kill anybody. Colonel, did you see the cutscene where the super mutants invade the vault? I'm talking about the Master. They invade the vault, yeah, but they don't kill them. I mean, maybe they do. Do they kill? Does the cutscene show them killing anybody? I did see the cutscene. It's really cool. It is a really cool cutscene that you can tell your, not your biggest enemy, because you don't tell the Master, but you tell the lieutenant where your vault is, and he's like, thank you very much, and now I'll proceed to make you a super mutant, and you're like, thank you very much. And everything is very happy. They go and check your vault out. They bring out your friends. All of you become super mutants. And that is one of the endings of Fallout 1 How cool is that? And the thing about that ending is that it doesn't appear at the end. It's not like after you've done everything, you have all these choices. Or after you've done all the things based on your choices give you a different ending. No. That's a completely sidestep. Like, you can get that ending way earlier than the other ones. But it is an ending. You get a full-on cutscene. It's so cool. And then that cutscene is not very well made because... I don't think it's very well made because it shows your character struggling when they're dipped into the vault, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't because, at least in my cases, every time that happened to me was when I volunteered to be put into the vats. And did I say dipped into the vault? I meant dipped into the vats. So I volunteered, and then I'm struggling. That doesn't make much sense, but anyway, you can sort of hand wave it away. In China virus, new virus, the virus... PIV USA, trying to be the good guys, then FEV. Was it the PIV? Did it start in China? That's interesting. I don't remember it starting in China. Or done by the Chinese government. No, it was! No, you're confusing it, Philippe. What happens... Maybe there is a new virus. Yeah. So what happens is China starts to use biological weapons. Actually, that is a detail that is interesting, although it doesn't matter for the whole story. But it is an interest. The reason, or the primary reason, why the United States wanted to make the FEV, or rather specifically the Panimmunity Virion, and then the FEV came after that. The reason why they wanted to make the Panimmunity Virion was that China was using more and more biological weapons. And so they wanted to be immune to that. They wanted to create soldiers that were immune to the diseases that China could concoct. And so that's where it started. That's just a single line in the whole franchise. Nothing else talks about that, but that's never contradicted, and it's absolutely canon. And it makes total sense as well because it's part of the whole theme of the game. Really, at the end of the day, it's like them making a monster because they're trying to prevent death by nuclear weapons, and it's just with biological weapons instead. You get in a military base or vault where there's some experiments. You find a couple of alive soldiers, you can experiment on them, and after one dies, you can take the brain and put it into the Skynet. That is not about the FEV, though. I remember that. I thought you might be referencing that, Harry, but that is not the FEV. That is a completely different thing. They are... Oh, no, wait a minute. I say that's not the FEV. They're experimenting with the FEV in there, aren't they? It is not the same base, though. It's like an offshoot, isn't it? What are they doing? That is Skynet. Yeah, it is Skynet. I don't remember if that's the FEV. But if it is, it doesn't matter. That one in particular doesn't really matter if it's the FEV. Fallout 3 was the dream Uriel Septim had before he died. They killed a lot. They did. Okay, so yeah, but it doesn't make sense that he killed a lot. I mean, the thing is, the master says that he doesn't want. Like, if everybody would be okay with becoming a super mutant, they wouldn't need to kill anybody, because the point is to genetically convert everybody. Never liked the Elder Scrolls series. Shitty graphics, tons of bugs, shitty quests. I like Skyrim, my favorite. No, actually, I like Morrowind is my favorite. That's the last one I played. I played Morrowind last in comparison to Skyrim. The last one I played is, of course, Oblivion. But Skyrim, I preferred Skyrim to Oblivion, because it didn't have as many... It was less of an RPG, you know what I mean? Skyrim is less of an RPG than Oblivion, and I think it makes it better. It makes it a better game. But Morrowind is better. Way better. Like, miles, so much better. Morrowind's is just, yeah, it's just a lot better. China got a virus inside the USA, and then I think it's just like because they're using biological weapons, and they use the Panimmunity Virion. Yeah, that's how it is, Philippe. Sierra Army Depot 6, and it's only an experimental AI human parts thing, like the on Big Mountain. What you're saying is that currently the U.S. I don't know what you're referring to, Jung. You need to reformulate that question. I don't understand. I had some questions about Jacobstown.
Such as?
What's the history of
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants
no.
needed a place to...
I'm
call our
talking
own.
in Fallout,
Town's
obviously.
far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days, I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting. Just
Exactly, Philippe.
get along.
Absolutely. I'd like to know about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with a tribal. Now I'm here.
Super mutant army. All super mutants were part of the army, unless New Vegas is really running with the fact apparently Fallout 3 supposedly introduces the fact that some mutants were not created by the lieutenant and by the master in Fallout 1, but apparently, like as far as I'm concerned, all mutants were created by the master in Fallout 1, and he's very old, and all mutants are very old.
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created...
He's also not the same
super
voice actor
mutants
as the original
The Master
Marcus
thought
voice
he
actor.
could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. It didn't end well.
No more differences, no more war. That is the explanation, or not the explanation, but the justification that the master gives about wanting everybody to become a super mutant. It is. I mean, Fallout 1 is a, as much as it is a critique on the possibilities of a world with nuclear weapons, or the possibilities of a future of a world with nuclear weapons. It's also a very much a critique of eugenics, and the master is a eugenics. Eugenicist would be the word, I believe. And yeah, so the whole obsession with the evolution of mankind and the forced evolution. It's called the forced evolutionary virus. That's what made the super mutants. You're a mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together.
Mount Charleston, Nevada.
Well, most of the time.
Oh, I know. It's based on a thing. I know. I've looked into that a while back. Lambert just started hosting. Thank you very much, Lambert. Tell me more about the Tribal. That's the main hero of Fallout 2. The chosen one, I believe.
We were looking for a GEC to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that.
That's the plot of Fallout 2.
East
Just
into
there.
the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
If it's anything like my end games, he went back to Arroyo, had a lot of kids. One of those kids, I think we heard about one of those kids in this game already, because one of those kids is canonically one of the new Reno families. He has an affair with I don't remember the name of the family, but one of the new Reno families. The wife of the boss has a kid, and he then becomes the boss, and that's the kid of the chosen one. And but yeah, I think he just goes back to Arroyo and dies there happy, or something. I think that's a very quaint ending for such an involved storyline. Even though Marcus here just said the whole storyline of Fallout 2. Because he wanted to get the GEC to save Arroyo and blew up an oil rig in the process. And by the way, an oil rig is actually the oil rig. That oil rig is responsible for the end of the war. Or rather, I said it all wrong. That oil rig is the reason why the war happened in the first place. Well, it's very simple. It's very much a simplification, but it is more or less that. The tensions did escalate a lot after the U.S. stole the oil rig location from China, or something like that. It's something like that. China basically lost access to the last bit of oil in the world, and that's where Fallout also again goes back to. Fallout is a critique of a lot of things, as we're talking about right now. Eugenics, weapons of mass destruction, but also the reliance on fossil fuels. It's a world that is so obsessed with relying on fossil fuels that it would rather blow itself up and people die, and it would rather make super mutants than stop relying on fossil fuels. Yeah, so that's what the U.S. did instead of, well, anything really. instead of doing what China did, because I think China already had some electrical stuff. I'm not really sure where I read that, though. But the US still had oil. The US still had oil up until the end, I'm pretty sure. I say there's no oil, but it's not like when I talk about the generators and whatnot, that's not 100% true. It's just, it's not, at the time of the war, it's already very scarce. But yeah, the US has oil because they have an oil rig, the last bit of oil in the world. And China doesn't, and that's why they lost the war. Well, the land war, not the blow them up with nukes war. That's a different kind of war. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Remember a time of chaos, ruined dreams, this wasted land, but most of all, I remember the road warrior, the man we called Max. Yeah, this is from the original Mad Max, isn't it? To understand who he was, we have to go back to the other time when the world was powered by the black fuel and the desert sprouted great cities in pipe and steel. Gone now, swept away. Is that Mad Max 2 or is that Mad Max 1? The bishops, that's the one. Yeah, I fucked both the mother and the daughter. Yeah, but you only get the mother pregnant. The daughter doesn't get pregnant. Pregnant. And another dude that crossed the bishop family can be found in New Vegas. That's the one. Yeah. He talks about the kid. I think this game confirms that it is canon that the chosen one impregnates the Mrs. Bishop. I think she's literally called Mrs. Bishop. She doesn't have no, she might have a name. I'm not sure. I like a first name. To be honest, the Bishop gals could have got pregnant from any trouble at that time. No, but it's like the ending of if you get her pregnant, and if you've never seen that, my latest Let's Play of Fallout 2. Actually, I got her pregnant because if you have Jimmy hats in your inventory, you don't get her pregnant. Because Jimmy hats don't weigh anything, you might be tempted to just carry them around because they're good to sell. Even though I don't know that they cost anything, but they it's just loot. You get loot, right? And I remember having a bunch of Jimmy hats all throughout my entire childhood. Well, not childhood really, but my entire life playing Fallout 2. I had a bunch of Jimmy hats in my inventory. I just found them and I put them in my inventory. I never think about it. So I never got that ending. It wasn't until I started doing YouTube. It wasn't even until the end of my first Let's Play of Fallout 2, the one where it wasn't a completionist run, where I found out that you could get her pregnant. I think it was because of New Vegas that I found that out. And you can't have a Jimmy hat in your inventory because you use it. You are considered to use protection. Although it has no other effect. That's the only thing. As far as I know, Jimmy hats are only used for that. Although they might be used for some of the porn star, storylines. To be honest, the Bishop gals could... yeah, Mad Max 2. It's from Mad Max 2. Okay. Also in Novak, there is the pilot who crashed from Verdi for Fallout 2. If you get her pregnant, you can convince her to leave the Bishop. Can you? Said that because it's too easy getting their pregnant ending. It's not easy, though, because it's of the Jimmy hats. It is easy, though, because it's an easy thing to do, to get her, to go to bed with them. But... because that's literally what you do. But yeah, I had a collection of the hats because I like the colors. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Without the hats, you can get STDs. Can you? No way. You're pulling my chain. Yanking my chain. No way. Fallout 2 Jimmy hats. And obviously, I had no idea what the heck Jimmy hats were. That's another thing. I did not know they were condoms. Not that they don't look like condoms. I know what condoms look like. And I knew, well, more importantly, I knew what condoms look like. It's just that I didn't know that was what they were called. In fact, there was a game recently that somebody said something about hats, and I was like, what do you mean hats? I think it was New Vegas. Somebody commented in one of my videos and said, they're talking about condoms, you doofus. And I'm like, I am very worldly person. Jimmy hat is an urban colloquialism for condoms. Yes. It's a very reliable pre-war brand of condoms. They are still very reliable, even 200 years after the Great War. They usually cost about €2, so they are worth money. Or $2, rather. These can be taken prior to having sex with Angela Bishop or Leslie Ann Bishop. They do have names. I forgot about that. There's large amounts of them. Oh, no, the large amounts of them are sold by Jenna on the tanker. I don't remember exactly who Jenna is, but the tanker is in San Francisco. A few blue and green ones can be found in the Raiders base. That's probably where I get most of mine, or most of the time. Pimps carry blue and green ones. Myron in the stables has 2 red ones, and so you can get it if you get Myron. And Mordino men also have it for whatever reason. Why would Mordinos... The Mordinos are the punchy... Jesus, yeah, they're the big Jesus and tiny Jesus or whatever. Yeah, but it doesn't. The wiki doesn't say anything about STDs. So your Anki my chain. Do you also have a collection of STDs? I do not, fortunately. Syphilis is an unmarked quest in Fallout 2. Syphilis. That sounds like syphilis. It's an unmarked quest. That's not what... You're Yankee My Chain. That's not a thing. I've never heard of anything like that. How would you even... Who would even give you any of that? Colonel is so innocent. He never seen a con. Never, ever. I can share it. Why do some of the super mutants here dislike the NCR, by the way?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years.
It's humans.
Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
What do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
I wonder if that line... It's a shame he doesn't develop on that line. Because I was wondering before about if Caesar... Caesar. I don't know. I also wonder why he pronounces it Caesar. Because Caesar... I was wondering if Caesar is a parallel to the Master. Because in some ways he is. And that's why I figured maybe he would want to talk a little bit more about it. Because people believed in the Master's ideals. The super mutants believed in the Master's ideals. So much so that the cathedral is portrayed as or is shown to be, the cathedral in the Fallout 1, where the Master is shown to be a place of brainwashing. The Nightkin, that's where most of them are, in fact, the Nightkin. I don't remember why they're there in the first place. Specifically, they're just the closest companions of the Master. I also don't know why they use stealth kits or stealth boys so much, but that's fairly inconsequential. The people in there, they have these big televisions that say follow unite. I think it's follow unite, and just shows the leader of the cathedral in there. So it's like there's a lot of brainwashing going on with the Master, and I think when super mutants are created, I think they're also brainwashed after they're created to make sure that they believe the ideals of the Master, which is also interesting because of course the Master is this monstrous, horrible person, and to paint all mutants as believing what that monstrous, horrible person believed, and in fact went to great lengths to achieve, because he believed those things. I think you can ask Marcus in Fallout 2 if he still believes what he fought for, and he says, "It was a long time ago. Let bygones be bygones," you know. And he doesn't. I don't think he goes into. I don't think he goes into details back then, and he certainly won't. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't go into details in this game. I don't think he does. But he has this line about this paladin, because he had a paladin from the Brotherhood of Steel that he fought for a while in Broken Hills. He tells the story when you talk to him in Fallout 2. And of course he joins you, as he just said, because of the tribal that he followed. he tells the story of the paladin, and he has this one line where he says, "What a great mutant he would have been, because of his tenacity and belief, and strength." So I think Marcus still believes the ideals of the Master. So he just has resigned himself to not do it, or maybe he believes in the ideals, but he doesn't believe that they can be. Because you can be an idealist and still not, you know, it's one thing to be. You can be an idealist and not be a radical, I think. You know what I mean? Because the Master was a radical. It has to be, because he's wiping out all of the all of humanity for one, because they're all sterile. The super mutants are, but he wants to make everybody super mutant. But yes, certainly, yeah. I think maybe he's still an idealist. He just doesn't necessarily believe his ideals can go anywhere. What makes the NCR too ambitious? Besides, you know, how they're portrayed every single time in this game. That's what they are. NCR, too ambitious. That's the subtitle.
They expand fast. If you've got land they
Regarding
want,
Mrs.
they'll
Bishop,
take
you
it
can leave her
eventually.
pregnant or not, kill her or make her
Out
leave
west,
her husband, then you
do it
know.
here. They keep
For the last one,
rolling
you need
over.
intelligence 7.
They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
Sometimes it is. Anything else you can tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town.
Figgin says, so I have Fallout 1, 2, 3, New Vegas 4, and Tactics. I have only
Good
played...
for the most part.
Yeah, that's a reference as well. You keep hearing references to Shady Sands. It's also a place in Fallout 1. And a place in Fallout 2 as well. It's just not called Shady Sands anymore. I've only played 3 and 4 and a little of New Vegas. Is it worth me going back to play 1 and 2? Yes, absolutely. Go play Fallout 1. It's much better it's just much better. It's a better game, but it's also easier to get into than Fallout 2 is. Because Fallout 2 is this big, huge adventure. It's an enormous game. It's easily 50 hours long. And Fallout 1 is just like 15, 20 hours long. It's a lot shorter. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more varied. It's not more varied, but it's because it's shorter and it's about the same variety as Fallout 2. You're not gonna get as tired of all the different areas, and it doesn't rely as much on combat. It's just a better game in general. Fallout 1 is much better. And you're gonna the important thing about Fallout 1 is that you're gonna learn. It's an old game for one, so there's some things, of course, that don't they're not as good as normal games, even in the writing. Although, if you want my opinion, the only writing that is bad in Fallout 1, besides some random characters, small characters here and there, tends to be in the very first town. The very first town has some really shallow dialogue especially like the first NPCs that you find, and there's like some really, you know, bargain basement level of dialogue that it's not badly written, but it's just very uninteresting. It's way better than a lot of RPGs, mind you, but that's because a lot of games are just poorly written. And it's not poorly written; it's just not very interesting. For some of the dialogues in the first town of Fallout 1, but the important thing is you're going to learn how the engine works, how to interact with everything, how to rely on the description of things, because that's an important thing. How all the control schemes work, because Fallout 1 is and 2, they're point-and-click adventures with a turn-based combat system. So you know you can see the description of every item in the game. And you basically ask the narrator to tell you what it is, you can apply any item to any item in the game, anything in the game. Of course, most of it doesn't work, but if you want to apply a stim pack to anybody in the game, you can. There's you know, the game has controls for that. It's made to be a point-and-click adventure. It just doesn't take things very far with that, but it does change the way the game works, and it does change how you approach the game in some aspects, not everywhere. But yeah, I definitely recommend that you play Fallout 1 and 2. I mean, Fallout 1. And the thing is, you play Fallout 1 and you don't like it. Like, if you play Fallout 1, you can play Fallout 1 to the end and finish it. In 15 hours, you're good. You finished the game. And then you can say, well, I finished the game. I like it or I don't like it. I'm not gonna play Fallout 2. If you like it, you'll play Fallout 2 and you'll just get lost in Fallout 2 because it's such an enormous game. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll have a blast. I promise you. If you like Fallout 1, you get to Fallout 2. It's like magic, honestly. Make sure though, Figgin, make sure you have patches installed though. So I highly recommend the Fix-It patch. It's Fix-It without the last I, so it's Fixed patch for Fallout 1. I believe it already has the resolution mod, because Fallout 1 was developed for 640 by 480 screens, so it's a really old game that is like, it's really tiny. So if you're playing on 1080p or anything above, like it's not, it doesn't work. So what you want to have, and here's the tip. This is important. Fix-It is a must. That's the one, Philip. Yes. And here's the tip. If you want to do, you play it with a resolution mod, and you activate the double scaling. So you play on normal 1080p, normal, no problem. Or I mean, if you are below 1080p, don't bother. If you don't have a 1080p screen, if you're below that, don't bother doing what I'm doing. Just set your resolution and you're good to go. But if you're on 1080p or higher, there's a 2x scale in the option screen that makes the pixels be 4 times as big. So basically, instead of being 1 pixel high, it's 2 pixels high. So it's 4 because it's 2 by 2. And so the game looks a lot closer to what it looked like in old screens, and it's a lot better. It looks a lot, it's better. Things are not as tiny, and you're just gonna enjoy the game. And if you look at my Let's Plays, you're gonna see that it's really big. All the things are big. It's like, low resolution. And that's how I achieve that. I play it on 1080p. I record at 1080p. But I activate the 2x scale, and that's very, very important. And it happens the same for Fallout 2 as well. In Fallout 2, all you need is the restoration project. So that's different. In Fallout 1, it's the Fix-It. In Fallout 2 is the restoration project that also adds cut content, and it's a lot better. But yeah, I recommend it. You can also play the original versions. It's totally fine. Play it however you want, but I'm just giving you my tips. But in regards to resolution, though, I do recommend that you do not play the games on full HD, because that's not how the games were made. You know what I mean? Like, the games were made to be... imagine playing New Vegas, except Marcus was the size of the L, and you're just like, what are we even doing here? You know what I mean? And presentation is very important. The game where you can kill people with Stimpaks. It is very true. You can kill people with Stimpaks. I played first Fallout 3 and I got hooked on the classics. The magic of Fallout 1 is that you can play at any time, at many times, and still get the feeling of the first playthrough. I do get that every once in a while. I think I got that the last time I played. I don't know why I got it though. I think the last time I played, my last Let's Play of Fallout 1 and 2, I got that feeling, and it's like, it's so good. Because they're such amazing games. Honestly, they're so amazing. Fallout 1 is amazing. And Fallout 2 as well. Do you have any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Yeah.
All right.
What's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using.
I believe this is the first time we're
Jacobstown
learning this.
Was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
And I believe in Fallout 2, all of them are permanently invisible, and I don't think it's because of the stealth boy. Although I don't remember using stealth boys in Fallout 1 and 2. I think you get the same effect if you do. So I think it's like they have permanent stealth boyness. So yeah, are there any town rules I need to know? Besides the not having stealth boy. I have a lot of stealth boys on me. But yeah, any town rules?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Okay, goodbye.
See you.
And that's Marcus. He doesn't have a minigun this time around. I think in Fallout 2 he has a minigun the moment you find him. Minigun is one of the super mutant favorites. The moment you find him, he has a minigun trained on you. Not as he named, but he has it on his sprite. Hello.
I hope it will snow later.
Oh, you get snow down here, huh?
I hope it will snow later.
He's very obsessed with that. Thought he was going to say something different. So they do have a little body of water. But look at that. It is bugged. I wonder why. I wonder if it's only graphical. It is not. It is bugged. Oh no, it's radioactive. Okay, let's not. Oh no. You shouldn't do that. Okay, yeah. I wonder what happened there. Bugs. Mods. You know what it is. There's some sacrifices that must be made for the game to look this good. Lily! Taking care of the big horners, huh? Game just crashed. Sorry. Can you feed Nightskins with stealth boys like you feed birds with bread? Mm-hmm. So, let me see what I can do over here. Let me find out. Fallout New Vegas, not responding. Murder. Murder, Fallout New Vegas. And then I can run again. And click on this button again. So there we go. Some Nightkin appear in the Mojave Wasteland, very often suffering from severe psychological damage caused by prolonged stealth boy use. They wear the same clothes as regular super mutants, but many of them also wear hoods and stop signs strapped to their foreheads as forearms as makeshift shields. They're slightly more articulate in their speech. Please don't break. They do not appear in Fallout 2. Did I say Fallout 2? Yeah, sorry. I hope I didn't break the quick save. Okay, because it is possible. In their speech and are believed to be...
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
And I believe the hat might have, and the glasses might have something to do with the being exposed side of things. Those are some cool gloves. Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
What do you do in Jacobstown?
I watch over the big horners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
Okay, goodbye.
Talk to you soon, dear.
Absolutely. I don't think she has grandkids. As I said before, they are all... I mean, she might have become a super mutant after the grandkids existed, but they're... Or her kids, specifically. But they're all infertile. Wait, if that's the case, if she became a super mutant after her kids were born, then her kids are dead. Because, you know, it's been 100 years since every super mutant was created. Anyway, let's go to that bit over there. Like I said, I was gonna go to, and I managed to completely forget about that. She has unique dialogue for locations around the Mojave. But that's if she joins you, right? That's pretty cool, actually, that she has the dialogue. Born in 2078, just a year after the Great War, Lily lived a simple life in Vault 17 until the Unity raided the Vault. Oh, it's called the Unity. I did not know that. That's the Master's Army. The 75-year-old grandmother was dragged outside where she saw the sun for the first time. She was taken to the Mariposa military base and dipped into the vats of forced evolutionary virus, the FEV. And that's how she became a super mutant. But her kids, if they didn't become super mutants, well, maybe they did become super mutants. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. I mean, if she became... That explains it then. Vault 17, though, I do not know where that is. I don't think it's a location. Or even referenced. Man, it's difficult to find all these places. So the game is very crashy today. Unwilling to forget her past, in particular her grandchildren Jimmy and Becky, she chooses to take her medicine as at half doses, an act personified by listening to a holotape of the last time she visited her grandchildren. An act personified. That doesn't... I'm not sure what that means. It's not... You can't personify an act by an action. Silver Peak Mine. Wait a minute. There's just mines? Oh, it's gonna be more... Oh, no. This is different. It's another Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap, though, so yay for that. But this is not a mine. Tumblers today. Ooh, I love that. So we're still far away from... We're at 84. We were at 80. That's lovely. That's brilliant. I wonder how many more we have. We haven't lost any skills yet to... Well, we didn't get any skills to level 100, so like we're doing the best we can out of all the books. There's some electrical wiring going on. I think I heard. Nothing here. And an ammunition box with a missile. Oh, it does go to a mine. Let's be cautious. I don't remember if the holotape is in the game. That'd be cool. Anyway, that's gonna be that for tonight. Oof. My back. Ugh. That's gonna be that for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the good discussions and conversations. I hope you had a good time. I will now proceed to save the game. Just to make sure, because that was a stream that I didn't save. And I will indeed update it. You don't worry about it. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you for coming. See you in 2 days. Bye-bye.